All right, we're moving on to adding links to your teacher page. And you need the links. One of the tier one requirements is that you have links to the district page. You have links to various other important pages for your class and for the district. So if we take a look here at this is now my expanded teacher page. I did the outline. And what I found when I was doing this is that it's much easier to work with Internet Explorer to do a lot of this stuff because Internet Explorer has the HTML editor, which allows you to bold and center and change the font colors. The other browsers, Google Chrome and Firefox, don't have that in Moodle. So one of the things that we are learning and that we will all learn as we're using Moodle is that certain browsers working with Moodle have glitches. So I used Internet Explorer to create my page, and that way I could use my HTML editor. And in the process of doing that, you can see I rounded things out quite a bit. Added a picture. I hyperlinked my picture to a video so that we could click on the picture, and there's kind of this little introductory video.
Hi, I'm Mike Post. Welcome, Mike.
You know, making it quality. Anyway, so instructions, introduction, the scope and sequence. I also embedded my Prezi. I use Prezi for a lot of my stuff, and it has an embed feature in it. So I was able to embed the Prezi with all of my curriculum right in my teacher page, which I think was pretty cool. One of the beauties of an HTML editor is that you can do tons of stuff. So you can embed video, you can do all kinds of neat things, and we'll go over that in a lesson later. But yeah, it's kind of cool. This is right in my teacher page. So as we scroll down through the teacher page, we're in the links area. Now, there are a couple different ways we should be thinking about these links. We have links for our courses, we have links for the district, and then we have a resources link. So you can see that I have a courses category, and a district category. Right now I don't have anything under the district, but I have quite a bit under courses. But actually most of what I have here under courses are my important documents, which will be in the next video. But when we want to add links, say you have a course, you already have a course blog somewhere, you have a course, you use certain websites for certain courses all the time. This is where you would have specific links to websites for the courses. The way that we go about doing that, I'll demonstrate here with the district. So I have the district, and this is something that we're all going to have to do, so you can just do it along with me if you like. We have the district category. We would go to add a URL, and as you click on that add a URL, the Moodle interface is going to come up, and we'll call it district website. Pretty straightforward. And I most of the time will simply whatever I put for the name I will put for the description, because that way you'll notice down here it says display URL name and description. It doesn't matter which one is clicked. So an external URL, you can choose a link and it will take you to a browser and you can surf for it, or in this case I've got, let's see, in my Google Chrome, maybe not, let's see, Firefox, new, but we'll go to district, no, I'm sorry, let's see, educational tech accounts. So here's our district web page. Really simple. Copy, go back to Moodle, our editing URL, and paste it right here in this external URL. Then you have this automatic embed, open, or in a pop-up. They all mean different things technically. If I'm using a document, I like to embed a document or a video. But in a case like this, I think popping it up in a new window would be appropriate. So if you click on that, you'll pop out. You'll have a whole another browser window open, and you'll have the district web page show up. So if I save and return to course, you'll see that I scroll down under district. So in my links box, under district, I now have a link to the district website. And when I click on this, you see how this is where the pop-up option comes into effect. It popped up a whole nother box with the district website in it. So we can do all kinds of things. You can put links to any web page that you want. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to insert a label for resources for my page. This would be something that I can tell students and parents to go visit. I'd say visit the resources category in my links on my teacher page. So I'm going to label it resources, and what I've chosen to do is I've got Georgia, and I think I'm at a 14-point font, and I also changed the color to my important things to this kind of burnt sienna. So here's our resources. I have it centered as well. So there's my label, and you'll see how that comes out. That's one of the ways to create a little bit of diversity in your teacher page. So courses, district, and resources. I just added this label. So now under resources, I personally have a lot of websites that I have students use. So I go here. I'm going to label this one the Thomas Jefferson Hour website. And again, copy it, paste it, same thing down here. External URL. If I go over here to my Firefox and I go to research resources, these are things that I have students visit quite often. So EBSCOhost, TED, Infinite Mind, Radio Lab, Thomas Jefferson Hour, NPR, so on and so forth. So all the things that you would send kids to quite often would be a good thing to put in your resources. So if I click there, again, all I have to do is copy this URL, go back to my Moodle editing page interface, paste that URL. I'm going to do pop up again and save it. So eventually my list of resources here on my teacher page is probably going to be as long as this this is in my favorites bar. May even be longer, but this is a place where I'm going to send students to say, hey, just go to the resources link, resources category, and use the links there if you can't find them. So here's my link, my actual physical web link to the Thomas Jefferson Hour. So a student clicks on it, or a teacher clicks, or a parent clicks on it, it comes up to the Thomas Jefferson Hour web page. So that will be resources, and I'm going to have a whole list here. I've got the link to my Prezi under courses, but the majority of this stuff I will show up later. And I want to point something out here. I'm going to move this link to my Prezi scope and sequence. Here it is embedded in my website, but I'm going to move it down into my resources link. One of the great things about using Internet Explorer with Moodle is that I can click on this move and I can just drag and drop it. So I drag and drop it into resources. I want it above there. I missed it a little bit. I want it right here, and there it is. Piece of cake. So other than that, I'll show you again. I rounded out our outline using just the label resource to create all of these things. I have an automatic link because I have a web browser with Outlook, or an email provider with Outlook. It's an automatic link to my email, so if a student has it, they can has a email provider like that, they would click on this hyperlink and it would automatically bring up the boom. There you go. Send me an email. I think that would be great. And phone numbers, so on and so forth. So that is how to add a link to your Moodle page. I as well, want to point out that I did change the layout. I went from my welcome screen here at the top, welcome to the teacher page. My next box was my links box, followed by my professional information, and I put my contact information at the bottom. It's just a little more standard that way. I think we all know. Typically, when you want to find contact info, you go to the bottom of the page. So, hope that helps. Next video below this is going to be the adding your important documents, and that'll be the final. I'll show you how to upload your syllabi or materials list or whatever, something like that. So click on that when you're ready.